Recording works now. Oh, hey, there it goes. All right.
Hey.
Fucking another hour later. God damn it. All right. Where the fuck was I?
Places and things.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So, where we left off, party settled down for an evening, and Rusty is having his dreams throughout the night. Kratom, you'll be the first to awaken, and everybody else just pieced out, passed out, relaxing. So you have some time to yourself as you happen to get some more effective sleep than the rest of the party. Unless Orin
Okay.
decides to wake up, but eh. So basically what I have for you entails if you go exploring just to essentially like find more resources and such. Basically what you had been doing. I planned it to be essentially as a thing that would happen later down the road, but I can tweak it to appear for you sooner.
No, okay.
So presumably while you're waiting for the party to get up, you could either briefly arouse Orin and let him know, or just head off without saying anything and be like, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna go find resources." Bye.
No, I'm just gonna bounce.
Okay, just gonna bounce without informing the party. Got it. Cool.
Yep.
Um. So on top of this mountain, you're not really finding much, but you do know that there is the Druid tribe of Goliath down the bottom, and they said that they haven't really scavenged much of these lands lately. So you could spend some time and head down the small mountain on your own, since you have the capabilities of doing so, and going and looking for supplies amidst the forest.
Okay.
So you go ahead and take a couple hours and go ahead and roll me, let's say 3 survival checks.
3 survival checks.
Aha, I was not the only one ready. You didn't have your character sheet up. Oh, no, wait, you did. Fuck. All right.
You tried.
18 on the first one. Go ahead and
How
roll all
many?
3. 3 total.
Okay.
Nat 1 on the second one. And a 7. All right. Cool. So, how would I phrase it? All right. So, with the 18, close to the bottom, after passing by the encampment of the Goliath Druids, you get around and you end up finding about 5 days worth of rations from just various fruits and other such plant edibles.
Ooh, edibles.
Yep.
Yeah, druid edibles.
It's the best kind.
I mean, I was gonna, yeah. With that
That's-
one, you end up nibbling on one that you think looks pretty close to something, but it was actually something very different. So you have a bit of a
Delicious
swollen tongue.
tea, or did they pull?
The talking's gonna be annoying for the next couple hours, and then you don't find much of anything else with the other check. But
Okay.
you don't need to add that out now.
You sure? You don't want to listen to that for about 45 minutes?
If this even lasts 45 minutes. But yeah. So you end up wandering a bit farther away, mainly towards the northwest. And as you're exploring, the brush seems to just form almost a solid wall of curiosity getting the better of you for a little bit, / for plot convenience. You end up pushing your way through, and you find this unusual, yet in some sense gorgeous landscape setup that's in here. You essentially find this hidden little cove where the trees mostly cover it, but there's just a ring of sunlight. Like it is a perfect ring shape. Um, like to the point where like even the edges, like where it should be like leafy, it's perfectly smooth.
Okay.
Um, and then inside of that ring of light it's hard to see through the light because it just looks darker. But then there's a bit of a rock formation in the back that just has a
Mm.
bubbling small fountain that's about maybe one horizontal hand wide is the waterfall, and that runs down around a circular basin. But in the middle of the basin is a single red plant that has this like it's like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but
Mm.
instead of an ornament, is this one fruit on it.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll a nature check for me.
Nature.
11 with a -1. Don't you have proficiency from being a
11.
druid? Okay.
It's
Um,
intelligence.
I mean, yeah, but still,
But let me check. I don't think I do.
I know it was at least one of the options, but anyways, with an 11 or higher.
Yep.
Um,
Didn't take nature.
okay. Um, yeah, this place clearly just it's not pure natural. Like the wall around it, it was likely created by some magic, but then like this area in the middle, where it's essentially as if it's like someone's pond, essentially, where like the water just isn't even flowing up to the edges of the banks, but there's a constant waterfall from the rock in the back.
Hmm. And where's this plant?
This plant is on like a circular like mound in the middle of it, as if it's its own island, and the plant is on the very center of that island with this
Now, how big's the
massive
island?
red. I'd say about 10 feet across at most. It is small.
So could I sit in front of the plant?
Yeah, you could wade through the water real quick and then sit by the plant.
Hmm. Can I jump over the water onto the island?
The water's about 20 feet across, so no.
Oh, okay. So this is a big pond-ish
It's not a big pond, but
basin
in terms of
thing.
like a quote unquote artificial one, it's relatively large.
Hmm. Okay.
But like the water is crystal clear, you can see through to the bottom, and there's just nothing in
Sure. Given the place that I grew up, this is completely not going to bite me in the ass.
it.
But let's see. What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? Hmm. All right. I'm going to sit at the edge of the basin.
All right.
I'm going to stare at the plant for about 3 minutes.
Okay. It's rather peaceful. The water's
Hmm.
just trickling, and you're just hard eyeing this plant, and nothing's moving. There's even a
No.
stillness. Like you can hear wind above the trees of a light breeze, but you can't feel it in this little alcove.
Hmm. What does the fruit look like?
The fruit is a, a blood red, and it's twisted in this really weird shape. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Medicine. Oh, I see where this is going.
Yep.
I see where this is going.
Yep. Man, it's like this weird fruit is heart shaped. Like not just like
Uh-huh.
the heart, but like the physical heart shape.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
As the player, you've pretty much seen through my entire plan, haven't you?
Shit. And the plant looks like Charlie Brown withered to hell.
Yeah, it's not really withered. It's lopped over on its side because of how large the fruit is. Like the fruit is almost as big as the plant itself. It is quite tantalizing as a item. Whether or not you have any desire to taste it, own volition.
Okay. That ain't gonna work. I am going to wade into the water towards the plant. Slowly.
You take your time looking around. The water stays clear, aside from occasional little clouds of dirt and mud that's being disturbed from the sediment that you pick up. But you wade across, no issues whatsoever.
Gonna look around the island for any place that the water is flowing into.
It is not flowing directly into the island, it is just flowing into the basin around.
Okay. Gonna, shimmy my way up onto the island.
Do so, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Anything change?
It's got to be that halo around the outside, but it just seems slightly dimmer in here than it was on the outside of the light.
Does the plant look healthy? Like, not the fruit, the plant.
Make an investigation check as you get nice and close to it to actually investigate it. 9. Oh yeah, that's a thick stem and it's healthy. It's just really weighed down by that fruit. The plant itself looks super healthy, absurdly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the plant itself looks absurdly healthy?
Yes, it's just got a red stem. I know there's some real plants that do.
Oh, yep. I see that. Um, yeah, no, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna wade through the water. I'm gonna leave.
Just gonna leave, not touching it, not taking the fruit or
Nope.
anything. Okay,
Nope.
very well.
Wuss.
Oh my god! What the hell did you do? With Streamlabs off.
We got here about a minute ago.
With the stream thing, I don't get the notification for when people pop in. So his presence just completely surprising. Oh my
I'm just gonna mute.
god.
Well, if the plant wasn't doing well, I was gonna plant the fruit, but it seems perfectly fine, and it seems to be in a sacred spot. So that's
I mean, the plant's doing
messing
really
with it.
well.
We
It's
could
just
only do
it's
bad
really
things.
weighed down by the plant. That's the thing that would give it. Like it could be standing tall, but it's just held over like how the ornament was on the Charlie Brown tree.
Right. It's just got a very ripe fruit that I'm sure something
Yep.
or someone will take care of.
All right. You have chosen half C. Got it.
What was path A and B?
Take a bite.
You could be Johnny Appleseed.
No, I was gonna be Johnny Appleseed, but it seems perfectly fine, and there's only one of them. If the plant itself was looking unhealthy, other than being tilted over by its girthy fruit, I would have taken it and planted the seeds.
So
So you
just
don't want
now
more
have this.
girthy fruit.
You now at least have the location of this mysterious fruit cove.
Mysterious Fruit Cove. Okay.
Location unlocked. Are you recording this, Bobby?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries, all good. This is a light session, anyways, and because he didn't choose either option A or B and went with the smartest of option C's to a degree, yeah.
Well,
You're pretty much
given-
free to do whatever.
Okay, yeah. Given my background, given the fact that, if there's something like really pristine, there's only one of it, it doesn't look unhealthy.
Fair.
Unless you want to piss off the local gardener, you leave it alone.
Right, because I described it that way. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
What if you give it a ribbon? Okay, I'm done.
I don't even have a ribbon.
Like, it looked pristine, but it also looked like nobody had been there. like in a long time. I should also have said that. That was my fault.
Oh
So
yeah, someone
whether that
could
changes
just.
your mind or not, up to you. If you want to still walk away, you're good to walk away. Like I said, that was option C. I have branches for each one, but
Ah,
He's got jokes.
And Machokes.
mostly my child. Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah. So, if you want to do one more survival check
You-
just for foraging, if you wanted to do so in the local area, or just investigate, or just wander around to see if there is any other places of interest around. Go ahead and roll
Oh!
survival or perception or anything like that.
Oh, I know what I can do.
All right.
I'm gonna go back into the cove,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and find the source of the waterfall.
Okay. You get to
Just
the
follow it upstream.
little. It's not really a stream because it's like out of a rocky mound, and you can see that it's like bubbling up out of the earth. Like it's clearly a fresh spring.
Ah, okay, so it's bubbling out
Yep.
into the thing, and then sinking back down somewhere.
Yep.
Okay. Gonna do a couple laps around, because I'm assuming there's an enclosure around this thing, right?
It's a pseudo natural enclosure. Like it's just a bunch of like thick bushes and shrubs and stuff that form a perfect wall, so that like not many large creatures would bother trying to push through to get into this area.
Right. I'm gonna do a couple laps around it, seeing if anything unusual with the plant mass or anything that's making this wall, other than the fact that it's making a wall.
Ah, fuck, damn it! I went to grab my dice. All of them. Ah, yeah. So you go ahead and investigate around the wall, and yeah, it's just a wall of plants. Like it looks, based off of the setup and how it's like a near perfect circle around this area. It seems as if it was artificially casted and made, but it's really hard to discern like how long ago or who could have possibly done it.
Right. And it was unusually dark where the fruit was sitting.
Just dimmer. It wasn't dark, but it was dimmer than outside of the circle of light.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
And okay, that's fitting. So as you're wandering around your final loop, uh, after you've passed by one area, you see a squirrel pop out of some of the shrubs on the far
Well,
side, and it gets to the edge of the water, looking at the fruit. Like,
oh, I'm gonna study the hell out of that squirrel.
yep. Um, and in it, really, Jesus, that's 3 6s in a row I rolled. And fitting, I guess.
Did it miss the squirrel?
It's a regular squirrel.
Yep. The squirrel seems to go almost slat jawed, and it quickly swims across and
Oh, that's
goes.
always a good sign.
Yep. It goes for the fruit and starts eating it.
Uh-huh.
And all right. Finishes that. Need to check. Nope.
Finishes the whole thing?
Yep.
That's. Is there enough
Maybe more.
squirrel?
There is now with how fat that thing just got.
Uh-huh.
The plant stands up tall and strong again.
How tall is the plant?
About 1.5 foot, close to 2 feet.
Okay, yeah. Any thorns on it, or is it just a
Nope,
red
no
stem?
thorns. Just the red stem.
Okay.
Second, trying to broke this down. Do a thing. Ah, not ready despite being ready, but not ready at all. Ooh, where is that page?
All right. So now we got a freshly stuffed squirrel.
Which that for? That does. Huh. What languages do you understand?
Oh boy. I understand Common, Sylvic, Druidic, and Giant.
Okay. The squirrel seems to speak. It's not like its normal chittering. And it's got
What
a.
language?
You don't know.
Oh, wonderful.
You just hear it, and it just sounds really weird and kind of unnatural. But then
Uh-huh.
it it just it waddles its way to the edge, barely manages to swim across, and is just popping its fat ass over into the bushes to disappear.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a bad trip.
You know
Okay.
that squirrel's gonna
No,
be
no,
in
no,
the
no, no.
garage,
We're
right?
not going to leave this here. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? Aha!
The
I
squirrel's
will
about 40 feet away from you at this area.
I will beast shape into a weasel and follow the
Okay.
squirrel.
Okay. Huh.
Actually, wait. No, he'll probably be scared shitless. Can I, like, transform into another squirrel? I
I don't see
should.
why not. Yeah. You transform into another squirrel and start following that one along.
Okay.
Especially after following it through the bushes, go ahead and roll a perception check because you lost sight of it because of it going through the bushes before you shifted and followed.
Okay.
Try to pick up the
Perception
trail.
check.
17. About 4 trees down, you can see the edge of its fat belly as it's trying to just pull its way up the tree with just its front claws as it's gotten so fat from inhaling that fruit that its back claws can't reach the tree. It is just dragging itself up the side of the tree.
Okay.
And as you get into a better position to look at it, it seems to be just going into a small nest that it's got.
Okay.
Gets stuck on its way in, but it eventually pops in and seems to be
And
settling in for a nap.
okay. I am going to stake out the squirrel as a squirrel.
Okay. Oh boy, this is going places.
It's a crawler.
You stake out as a squirrel for the squirrel. The one that just had a giant meal and is now passed out in its home.
Yep, and started speaking some unknown language.
Yep. As you're staking out, you revert back to your normal self because it's been a few hours.
Knowing that that would happen, is there any place where I could kind of be sequestered and have some kind of cover?
Yeah, you could be just hiding behind a couple other trees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll
You
do
can line
that.
of sight on it, but not.
Are you doing this in Roll20?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Or are you just sitting in tabletop all alone?
No, I don't know how to join in Roll20, so.
Well, we're not really doing anything in Roll20. It's Theater of the Mind stuff. The only stuff we're using Roll24 is for rolls.
Oh.
Yeah, so you stake it out, and it's getting to be mid-afternoon at this point.
Okay. Wait, mid-afternoon?
Yeah. Well, I mean, your wild shape lasts for a few hours, and
Right.
it took you
So
another few hours to get down the mountain, and then you've been exploring for a
when
while.
did I start this trip?
About 7 a.m. or so.
And now it's mid-afternoon?
Yep. Well, think about it, because it took hours to get up the mountain to the point where it took most of a day. To get down is a lot
Right.
easier, so I counted that as just a couple of hours. And then you were foraging for a
Also
while,
has
and then you
scroll
found this
speed.
place, and then you've been camping out for a bit.
Okay.
But that thing just seems to be passed the fuck out. Occasionally you can hear a snore.
Mid-afternoon, Jesus.
Yep.
Alright, so they're probably doing their shit at that point.
Probably.
Shit. Alright, I'll head back.
Gonna head back to meet.
Yeah, I at least have to report in.
No.
Like, do I?
Do what?
Actually, no, I'm gonna stake out the squirrel more.
Take it out more. All right.
Yep. I want to see what happens when this squirrel wakes up.
I'll say from the snoring, it doesn't sound like it's gonna wake up anytime soon, given how full of a fucking meal it had.
Oh yeah, but it's mid-afternoon, and it fell asleep in what, the morning?
Maybe it was a good
Just
berry.
before noon, based off of your wild shape time.
Oh boy. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm going to use Druidcraft to make the smell of skunk spray over his nest.
Okay. We'll see if that's out or wait. It wakes up and it sounds like it's just groaning in annoyance. Or you see it like poke its head out and it's just got its nose covered with its forepaws. Just like it just seems annoyed that it's woken up to this shit.
It's no physical change.
No physical change.
Oh, yeah, I've lost interest. Now I'm gonna head back.
Okay. All right. So we'll say. Well, you didn't say anything to them. Are you gonna head back, as in back up the mountain, back to where the Goliaths were camped out, or
Gonna back to the mountain where the group was camped.
okay? And I guess in that case, we might call this mini session here because it determines on, or depends on how the other group behaves and where they end up going.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that'll be that. And okay, so you briefly go back and you see that the fruit is growing to the point where over a couple hours, it's gotten a significant amount, and it's gotten 2 fruits on the tree now. And you go, nope, fuck that shit, I'm out. Peace out. Head back towards the campsite, and mainly because the party is going to be doing a session that you're going to be unfortunately missing, and is the reason why we're doing this session. By the time you get back to where the party had camped previously, it's late at night, and they're gone.
Yep. Hindsight being 2020, I probably should have told someone, but we're here now.
Yep.
Can I see where they went, or find them out, track them down?
Hey Jim,
Yeah,
would you have left like a note or anything with Kratom being mysteriously gone? Probably.
probably.
All
I
right,
might
let's
have
go
left-
with that.
I have a drink. One of my abilities lets me leave voicemails.
Perfect.
You're kidding.
We'll have that planned for you guys for next time.
Okay.
Just a very blatantly marked trinket. And it's like, you've got
Right where the campsite was, I assume.
You got mail.
So, okay, you get back to the campsite, you find a trinket, and you get a voicemail saying, well, I guess it should say something about you guys heading back to
Yeah,
Misara.
I'd imagine we'll find out. I imagine we'll
I don't
find
know
out
where
what
we're
the
going.
message says once we get to that session.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's
Because what
Okay.
that message might be can change in a matter of minutes.
Fair enough. Okay.
We got robbed.